going to get the book.
So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's pre-market analysis. So, let's start with Nifty only. Yesterday, we will discuss few things what happened exactly on yesterday. So we had a gap up opening near to our R1 yesterday. So we were planning for this 15-minute range, or else we would have planned a trade from this particular uh, R1 point to the R2 point. So if you see that we got a clear entry, we could have taken a clear entry over this particular area where R1 was there. Slide 15-minute, if you see 15-minute time frame, if you see we got a plenty of time to take an entry over from the R1 stage to the R2. So Nifty 50 is also going to hit the all-time high as well. So if you see that it already made a high at 26,246. The all-time high is at 277 to be precise. So I expect the bullish momentum to continue in the market, but let's see what else can we see through the day. So with respect to our pivot line, we will plot the zones and support range for the day. So I'll start with the pivot line. So pivot line for Nifty lights at 26,167. It is 26,170. We will mark as the pivot point. And with respect to this, we will set up the support one. Support one lies at 26,088. We can put it as 90 lies at the support, and support 2 lies at 25,970. Support 2 and support 3 lies at 25,900. So these are the three support levels, and with respect to this resistance lies at R1 lies at 26,270. 270 and R2 lies at 26,350 and R3 lies at 26,460. 26,460. So these are the zones for the particular day. So we'll remove this all this 15-minute range thing. And the pivot line lies at 170, 26, 170. We will mark that 26, 170. And R1 will be at 26, 270. So our bullish zone will be between R2 and R3. So yesterday we were planning for a trade from R1 and R2, R1 to R2. We exactly got the same result as we discussed yesterday. So R2 will be at 26,350 and R3 will be at 26,460. 460. So these are the bullish zone for the day. Let's see. If it is hitting all-time high at 26,270, then definitely there would be a scenario, special scenario happening. Let's see and wait for that, and we will plan to trade according to the movement and volume and momentum in the market. So this bearish zone will be between S1 26,090 and R1 is at 26,170 and 270. So this will be the consolidation zone, and we will mark the bearish zone 26. And what if a bear flip happen in Nifty, then definitely this zone can be considered, which is we started R1, S2 and S1, between S2 and S1 970. So these are the levels for this particular day with respect to our pivot line. If you can see here that it is already trading above the pivot line, and we can plan a bullish continuation to be in the market, and we can plan trade accordingly. So we will come to this again. We will mark quickly onto the Bank Nifty side. We'll mark the level on Bank Nifty. So yesterday we discussed that Bank Nifty is definitely gonna hit R1. So it gave that result yesterday. So 440 exactly was clicked. Our R1 was at 430. So it made a high up to 440 exactly. And so we will see what it can bring today. Bank Nifty is showing a little bit uh, indecision in the market yesterday. So compared to the other days, if you see that, you can see that the strength in the candle, even if it was uh, a bullish candle only, greenish candle only, the strength is pretty little low. But we should be very cautious in trading in Bank Nifty. So with respect to Bank Nifty, if we consider the pivot point lies at 59,300. 59,305 it is. We'll mark it as 300 only. And the support one with respect to the pivot point lies at 59,170 again. 59,170 will be the support one, and support 2 lies at 58,990. 58,990. And support 3 lies at 58,850. 58,850. So these are the three support level with respect to our pivot line, and R1 with respect to the pivot line lies at 59,600. 620 we can mark 59,000. 620, and R2 lies at 50. Oh, that's a mistake. This R1 is 490 actually. R2 is 690. 59,690 will be R2, and R3 lies at 59,800. 59,800. So these are the zones. With respect to Bank Nifty, we will mark it over here. 59,300 is our pivot point for the day. So 50. So R1 is at 59,490, and our support one lies at 59,170. So these are the levels for Bank Nifty. It is trading above this particular pivot line point. We can expect a bullish continuation to happen. But it all depends on how much that the volume is supported to that movement. So then only you can validate that particular movement. If volume is also supporting the particular directional breakout or movement above to it's the bullish momentum to continue, then definitely you can validate that bullish trades, whichever entry you are taking upon. So these are the levels for Bank Nifty. With respect to the pivot line, let's quickly move on to the Sensex part, and we will analyze the pre-market opening. So Sensex also, if you see it gave up to our second target. If you see it made a high up 85,800. So our R2 was at 85,700, and it gave a good movement from the R1 to R2 with a proper similar to the Nifty only. It gave a proper bullish movement. So with respect to that, we will calculate today's support and resistance with respect to the pivot line. So pivot line lies at 85,550 for Bank Sensex. So support one with respect to that lies at 85,290, and support two lies at 84,950, and support 3 lies at 84,690. 4,690. So these are the three support zones, and R1 lies at 85,890. 85,890 is where the R1 lies for Sensex. R2 is at 86,150, and R3 is at 86,490. So these are the three levels for our Sensex, and we will quickly mark the pivot point. For that, 85,550 is our pivot line, and you can see that it is already trading. The market is already trading above that. So with respect to this, if we see 85,890 will be our R1, and our first support will be at 85,290 will be your support one. So these are the zones for Sensex with respect to the pivot point, which we calculated on the basis of high, low, and closing of Sensex. So I guess our pre-market opening will be coming now. We will have a look at that as well. It's not yet come. So what I'm saying that it's already trading above this particular pivot line. So with say similar to yesterday or every day which we consider the pivot line, any movement above this particular line can bring you a confirmation on the bullish continuation. So it should, whenever you are planning to take an entry, you should validate your directional movement with respect to the volume. So yesterday someone was telling about the uh, what OI also to confirm an OI. So me personally, I'd consider OI to select a particular strike, which strike I need to trade. So here we have the pre-market analysis, and it is opening below our particular pivot line. So today we should be cautious about it because we have seen multiple reversal from after making this. Sustaining above the 26,000 level. So if we see that it was already trading above our pivot line, now it is opening below that pivot line. So you should be cautious for the day, and you should wait for a proper directional entry in the market, and you should validate that direction with the on the basis of volume. So we will see how if it is going to sustain in this downside direction. We will quickly look on to the FIA data. So both are on positive side. DIA also and FIA also similar to yesterday. They both have added nearly 400 and 700 rupees of crores of cash into the equity cash market, and we will see what exactly it shows on the data of FNO side with respect to FIAs. So in FIA side also it is showing net bullish. So it is showing net bullish, so we should be cautious about this movement. So we will wait for the first initial 10 to 15 minutes for a proper direction to be clear, and we will validate it with the volume, how much volume it is supporting for that particular direction. Then only we can I will be planning a trade. So you guys can utilize this particular level if it is coming retesting or reclaiming this particular pivot point level, which is at 26,170. If it is sustaining above this level, then we can definitely go for a bullish view. So from here, if it is sustaining above this level, then we can plan a trade to the bullish side up to R1, and you can consider this if somebody want to hold it till this R2 and R3 level cannot, they can trail their but SL to this particular R1 level, then only they should be holding that level, or partial booking will be necessary here because we are reaching the all-time high. So there might be some changes from that particular point. We cannot predict it now. There might be some changes from the ATS. 26,277 is the all-time high. So we should be cautious about that particular movement. So if it is reclaiming this level, then you can plan this bullish side movement, or else if it is coming below this uh, S1 level, then you can plan a bearish side movement or a trade to the bearish side coming to this particular R2 levels. So we didn't mark the R3, we'll mark the R3 as well. R3 support 3. 25,900 will be the support level. Then you can plan a bearish movement with respect to these levels. So it depends on the pivot line point. If it is reclaiming this, you can plan. If it is replanning above that pivot line, you can plan a bullish side movement, or else you can plan for a bearish movement only below this level. So if it is breakdown, if it is craving a breakdown below this level, you can plan your trade on a bearish side with respect to this. So if you see the RSI part also, we see here that it got a little bit, it made a high up to 67 on 20, and it uh, reverse back to 63. So it is neither towards, it is not near to our overbought zone. 67 70 we can consider as an over, above 70 or above 70 we can consider as an overbought zone, but it is still not there. So I still suggest a mild neutral to mild bullish today also, but let's see that as it is opening giving a gap down. Let's wait for that proper entry to happen with the volume validation. So we will plan our trade with respect to the pivot line for the day, as I said. So that's for today. That's for today's sessions. All three indices. I wish everyone a good day and use proper risk management to handle your trades for the day. Good morning, morning Jagan. Bye. Good morning and thank you. That's all today, guys. I wish.